The world you know is only a fragment of a much older story. A story buried beneath ice, drowned beneath oceans, erased by a cataclysm so immense it wiped entire landscapes from Earth. Imagine looking at a map of our planet, then watching coastlines vanish. Seas rise, whole continents shrink. Early humans may have built thriving settlements on vast coastal plains that no longer exist. Today, these lands lie hidden hundreds of feet below the waves. For thousands of years, myths whispered of a great flood. Geology told stories of sudden destruction. Archaeology hints at civilizations lost before history began. What if humanity's earliest chapters were written long before the worlds we celebrate today and then erased in one of the greatest climate disasters ever? 20,000 years ago, Earth was locked in silence and ice. Massive glaciers towered over continents. North America, Northern Europe, and Asia were consumed under walls of ice over 3 kilometers high. Sea levels were 120 meters lower than today, revealing lands where humans hunted, lived, and formed communities now lost forever. This was a world harsh yet full of opportunity. Shaped by megafauna, relentless winds, and shifting climates, humans adapted, migrated, survived, but they could never imagine their world would disappear overnight. Then, the unimaginable happened. Ice sheets began collapsing. Oceans surged with terrifying speed. Landscapes flooded. Species vanished. Scientists call one of the most dramatic moments meltwater pulse 1 at a time, when seas rose faster than almost any other in history. Early humans near the coasts watched their lands vanish beneath their feet. Villages, hunting grounds, migration routes gone in a geological blink. Only memories, myths, and stories survived. Tales of a great flood echoed across every culture. Today, submerged ruins, megaliths, and structures older than agriculture challenge everything we thought we knew. The pre-Ice Age world may have been far more complex than we ever imagined. 20,000 years ago, wind cut sharper, air was drier. Ice sheets stretched endlessly across continents, but this was no empty world. Beneath glaciers, the mammoth steppe stretched from France to Canada, the largest biome Earth ever saw. Woolly mammoths thundered, dire wolves hunted, humans carved existence from ice and frost. Life demanded movement. Families followed migrating herds. Land bridges connected continents once separated by oceans. Doggerland, the Sunda shelf, barren highways of ancient humanity. Cultures may have traded, adapted, and grown here long before recorded history began. The Ice Age world was fragile. Climate swung wildly. Humans innovated better clothing, sharper tools, stronger shelters. They lived on a planet balanced on the edge of transformation. They did not know the greatest change was coming, a transformation that would erase coasts, reshape continents, and end an age. Around 12,000 years ago, the world changed with a speed that defies imagination. Temperatures rose sharply. Oceans expanded. Glaciers collapsed like walls of glass. Rivers burst from melting ice, carving new landscapes in weeks. Entire valleys filled with raging waters. Coastlines retreated faster than any human generation could adapt. Meltwater pulse 1 caused seas to rise as much as 20 meters in a few centuries. Early coastal humans watched their world vanish beneath cold waters. Hunting grounds, campsites, and plains where communities thrived for millennia were gone. What is now the English Channel, the Arabian Gulf, and parts of Southeast Asia transformed from lush lands into seafloors. Doggerland, once a thriving region connecting Britain to Europe, disappeared beneath the waves. Vast areas that may have supported settlements vanished without a trace. Across the world, ancient traditions echo the same story. Sumerians spoke of a deluge that erased the old world. Indigenous tribes in the Americas tell of rising waters chasing ancestors to higher ground. The Greeks described Atlantis, a world lost to the sea. These stories share a core memory, a catastrophe so immense it echoed through humanity for thousands of years. This was not mythology born from imagination, it was the lived experience of survivors. They watched oceans swallow the world they knew. And in the aftermath, humanity was forced to begin again on a planet dramatically transformed. As sea levels rose and landscapes drowned, early human history was buried beneath the waves. Traces remain scattered, mysterious, often older than expected. Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, built over 11,000 years ago, challenges the idea that civilization began after agriculture. Its creators were organized, skilled, capable of monumental construction. Yet it stands isolated, as if part of a vanished cultural world. Underwater discoveries hint at similar lost chapters. Off India's coast lies ancient Dwarka, where divers found stone blocks and geometric patterns suggesting human activity long before recorded history. Near Japan, the Yonaguni monument rises from the ocean floor, massive terraces shaped in ways that divide researchers, natural formation or early architecture. Submerged forests and hearths across North America show humans lived on landscapes now underwater. Doggerland held countless communities now erased. Archaeologists recovered tools, bones, evidence of vibrant life. Southeast Asia's Sunda shelf connected modern Thailand, Malaysia, and Indonesia fertile land now beneath the ocean. These findings reveal a deeper truth. Much of early human history is missing. Just when the world warmed, another violent shock struck. Around 12,800 years ago, temperatures plunged again, triggering the Younger Dryas. For more than 1,000 years, humanity endured a return to glacial conditions. One theory suggests a fragmented comet struck North America, igniting wildfires, injecting dust, and blocking sunlight. Evidence includes nanodiamonds, metallic spherules, and layers of burned material, a black mat found across continents. Whether cosmic impact or climate, the result was extraordinary disruption. Megafauna such as mammoths, giant sloths, and saber-toothed cats disappeared forever. Human populations shrank, migrated, or adapted rapidly. Many ancient cultures left tools and artifacts, but little else. Environmental chaos erased much of their world. Critics argue meltwater alone could explain the Younger Dryas, disrupting ocean circulation and plunging the northern hemisphere into cold. Even this underscores the scale of the disaster, an entire planet in turmoil. When the Younger Dryas ended, temperatures soared, glaciers collapsed, and the world reshaped dramatically. Repeated destruction created enormous gaps in the archaeological record. It explains why early human history seems to begin suddenly with little trace of prior cultures. The end of the Ice Age wiped the slate clean, leaving a world ready for new civilizations. When Earth finally warmed, humanity stepped into a reborn planet. Retreating glaciers opened fertile valleys, flowing rivers, and vast plains. Climate stabilized, allowing settlements and experimentation. Agriculture arose independently across the Fertile Crescent, China, Mesoamerica, and Africa. The ability to grow and store food changed everything. Permanent villages, complex societies, and the great civilizations of the ancient world emerged. Yet the sudden rise after the Ice Age raises a question: did humans truly begin building societies only 5,000 to 10,000 years ago? Or were earlier cultures erased by climate catastrophe? Disappearance of coasts, megafauna, and upheaval suggest humanity may have reached advanced organization long before recorded history. Traces simply did not survive. Rivers carved new paths. Settlements evolved into first cities. Jericho, Cataluyuk, Uruk cultures emerged not in isolation, but after generations of adaptation, memory, survival. Stories of the Great Flood preserved across continents may echo the moment the world changed forever. Archaeology on submerged coasts, caves, and sediments grows the timeline of human development older and more complex. The Ice Age shaped Earth and humanity. It destroyed what existed and opened the path for what came next. Everything we know about civilization may be the second chapter of a much older story. Today, cities, oceans, and borders hide the storms humans survived. For hundreds of generations, humans endured ice, fire, floods, and climate swings that reshaped continents. The end of the Ice Age was not a slow fate, it was turbulent rebirth. Earth rewrote landscapes and buried entire worlds beneath seas. Survivors adapted, endured, and carried memories forward. These memories echo in flood stories, myths, and sacred traditions worldwide. Submerged ruins, ancient stone work, and geological evidence reveal a new picture of humanity. It is not a story of primitive wanderers waiting to become civilized. It is a story of resilience, creativity, and survival through unimaginable change. We may never know the names of communities on drowned coastlines or cultures erased by catastrophic melting, but their echoes shape our understanding. Every discovery of limestone pillars or ocean floors reminds us human history is far older and more complex than we imagined. The Ice Age did not just end an era, it opened the path for everything that followed. Civilization, agriculture, writing, cities all rose from survivors of a transformed world. As scientists explore ancient climate change and its impact, one truth is clear: the story of our past is still unfolding. Chapters buried beneath the sea wait to be found. With each discovery, we uncover not only the lost world but the deeper origins of the world we live in today.